With everything that's going on in the world right now, I feel compelled to make a video about appreciating the small, beautiful things in life. I might have a small collection of nice things, but for the most part, I live a very simple life. Sometimes everyday life can feel mundane, repetitive, and a bit unexciting, but I try my best to enjoy every small moment because I know the simple things we take for granted are a luxury that some people can only wish for. Life can be so unpredictable, so I want to live in the moment and never forget to appreciate all the goodness an ordinary life has to offer. I don't really buy candles now, but I did receive several candles last Christmas. Whenever I have a spare moment to myself, I like to light a candle and just enjoy the heartwarming scent and some quietness. I find reading very calming and inspiring. This is something I always make time for because reading is truly my favorite self-care. I mean, nothing feels more nourishing and fulfilling than sitting on my cozy sofa and enjoying a good book. So I've been reading a lot lately, so Isaac decided to make me a bookmark, and I absolutely love it. Until a few years ago, I was almost addicted to constantly being busy. I was always looking for productivity tips and life hacks in order to do more and more. But now I see so much value in slowing down. I still have plenty to do every day, but I now also make sure to attend to myself. For me, meditation is the best way to take a break from the busy world. I've been learning about digital drawing for about 5 months. Growing up, I had always enjoyed sketching, drawing, and coloring, so I'm really grateful that the little artist in me has finally found her way home. While it definitely is a privilege to draw on a fancy iPad, nothing quite compares to the feeling of working on paper, at least for me. I recently got some new sketchbooks for myself. Even though I enjoy drawing immensely, I know there's a lot of room for improvement, which is why I've been taking a lot of classes on Skillshare, and I want to say a special thank you to Skillshare for sponsoring this video. Skillshare is an amazing online community where you can learn about art, filmmaking, photography, setting up a business, and so much more. Last week, I took a class by Ira Max and it's called Cartooning, Drawing People in Motion. Ira talks about how we can use motion to convey a message about the character and how to bring the character to life. Ira is such an incredible teacher. He really goes into detail about everything. I find the class really easy to follow and so interesting. As you can see, the class has given me a lot of good ideas and I've had a lot of fun doodling. I'm really thankful to have access to a community like Skillshare because it helps me to stay inspired and inquisitive. If you want to try out Skillshare, I have a link down below in the description box, and the first 1,000 people to click on the link will get a free trial of Skillshare Premium membership for a month. As a family, we don't eat out a lot. Dining out in a restaurant is usually reserved for special occasions, but I never feel like we're missing out on anything. I actually really enjoy cooking and eating in the comfort of my own home. I think it's a wonderful way to spend some quality time with my family.
If I wrote you a song, if I got every word perfectly weighted on a thin piece of paper, would it make any difference? Would it change for the better?
We have quite a generous garden space, which I'm really grateful for. I like to come here to look at the plants and the trees and enjoy some fresh air. In the summer especially, we spend a lot of time here doing picnics. There's nothing more relaxing than sitting in the sun with a nice drink and reading a good book. Isaac loves the garden, and I'm so glad he has a space to run around, play water, and enjoy the sunshine. My favorite part of the garden is the magnolia tree. In the springtime, when the magnolias bloom at their fullest, it really is a beautiful sight not to be missed. The bloom usually only lasts for about 4 weeks, so I always make sure to spend more time in the garden during this time of the year. I'll be honest, every year I wish the flowers would last a bit longer. Of course they never do, but at least I know they will always come back next year. Even in my small garden, I find nature so fascinating and magical. I really like going to my local library. For some reason, I really love the smell of books. Again, I love reading, and I'm perfectly happy paying for a good book. So the idea of being able to borrow books practically for free is nothing short of being wonderful. I really enjoy listening to Isaac when he plays the piano. He's not a child prodigy, and I never put any pressure on him. He plays when the spirit moves him, and I noticed he's been going to his piano a lot recently. It's lovely to see him exploring different things and finding his passion. For me, that's what matters. I've always told him to do the things he actually enjoys doing. Growing up, I always felt like I had to follow a certain narrative set by society. Sometimes I wish I had prioritized my own happiness a bit more. I'm glad I now give myself the permission to go after the things I'm passionate about. I think when you do what you love, every hiccup will feel like an opportunity for growth and learning.
Got it a bit wrong.
That's fine, that's okay. All my life, I've never really been into exercising that much, but I notice whenever I make the effort to exercise, it puts me in a very good mood. I'm quite fortunate that Isaac is very open-minded about trying out all kinds of sports. It helps me to not be too sedentary. Some of you might not know, but I've been learning to ice skate in the last 5 months. Ice skating used to be my biggest fear for years. I'm definitely a very slow learner when it comes to any kind of sport, but I'm so glad I'm not as terrified to be on the ice anymore. Living a great life is never one size fits all. But I think if we can make the best of every small moment and honor every blessing, then we can truly appreciate the beauty of a simple life. Someone wise once said, "Enjoy the little things, for one day you may look back and realize they were the big things." I hope you enjoyed this video, and until next week, take good care of yourself.